This is Chantal and thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. In this video today I'm going to show how you install and configure Windows Deployment Service. So on our server we go to Start, we go to Server Manager, and we go to Roles. From here we go to Add Roles and the wizard will come up, so we can just press next and the option will be taken off as the last one, Windows Deployment Services. So click that and click next. The wizard again will come up. This explains what the Windows Deployment Services is and how it affects your server. So we can, whenever, let's read it and let's move on. Click next. The two options, deployment server and transport server, will come up. We can leave both of them. Click next and we click install. Well, let's take a couple minutes to install, so you can just wait around. It wouldn't be long. Okay, so the deployment services has been successfully installed, so we can close this and we can also close this off. So we can go back to Start and Administrative Tools, and you will see Windows Deployment Services. So we click that, and from here we can configure the settings. Click on Servers and you will see my domain chantal.com appears. So we can just right click and configure server, click next. Here we leave it as remote install, click next and yes, click both options, belong to the sun, click next, and here we click the last option, respond to all unknown client computer clients, and we can click finish. Just take a couple seconds again and we can uncheck this option and finish. So here, see how it configured. We see the bootable images, install images, bootable images. As you can see, for now they're both empty. I will have nothing in it. So the next step is to boot some images. So on bootable images, and right click, add boot image. Here we browse and my computer on the D drive. I will direct it to this boot. So our next step is to install the images. So on this we can right click, install image. This wizard will come up again, so we can leave it as image group 1. Press next and it will browse, ask you for file location, so you can just press browse and you should have a file created with images. Go to sources, I believe, and click install and we can press next. They will ask you for which option. Can leave it at 62. Press press next, next. Finish. Successfully added the server, so we can click finish, and we see the windows created here. Next step is to do the same thing with the boot image. So we can right click and add image. The browser option will come up again, so we browse and we have a boot that's vim, open and click next. You can leave the setup name as default. Press next, next, and again the process will just take a couple minutes, so we can wait until it's finished. So let's finish much faster than the installation. See, select successfully added to server, so click finish, and again you will see the image created here. So I haven't installed the images. Next step is to create a new virtual machine, which I can deploy the service on. So I can just close off this and open the VirtualBox. I will click new. Windows 7 has been created, and next step we have to boot up this server. So click start. So now that we have installed our new VM, we need to do is boot it up. So let's press start, and we have to press F12, so we have to do it fast. Okay, press F12. From here we get our boot selection, so we are using a LAN, so we just press L and F12 again, so the Windows file is loading, and we're up. Okay, let's close this off. The setup is starting. So you see the Windows deployment services up to come up to install the Windows, so we just press next. It will ask you for the domain username and password. So the domain is com slash administrator. So we see the Windows operating system, Windows 7. Press next. You can leave that. So we press next again. So this initially process takes a lengthy time, but with the deployment service, it will install much faster. So you see what's happening in the Windows file. So the installation is almost complete, 95%, as you can see. So we're up, close this off. So the operating system, Windows 7, is starting up. All this configuration take a lengthy time because you can see it's the first time setting up. So we set on the windows, you can leave the options next. Okay, next. Windows 7. Next. We don't really need a password, so we can just bypass that. So we just press next. Accept the terms. Next, you can use the recommended settings and time zone. Next. So the windows are starting up. This basically brings us close to the end of the tutorials. I hope it was informative. Okay, this brings us to the complete end of the tutorials. The virtual machine has been successfully installed with the Windows 7 operating system with the use of the Windows deployment service. Thank you for tuning me and watching my video, and please join again for another one. Thank you.